Hi, it's Dennis Daly. Thanks for taking the time to view this demo. I'll try to be quick. What I'd like to do is to help you put the fun back in radio by supplying you with the elements to run a 3-week on-air promotion. You can easily sell it to a grocery, a small chain of groceries, or really any type of business that wants to have fun. You get the names of 10 employees of the company to which you've sold the promotion. Or if they don't want to do that, make up 10 names. Then we pretend that those 10 people are writing nonstop 24 hours a day for 3 weeks from one side of the U.S. to the other. And we anchor reports that sound like sports reports following the race. Each one ends up, after you put in your local stuff, to be 60 seconds. We do custom opens and closes for your client, and here's the way the open might sound if the promotion were sold to Andy's Supermarkets.
Now another report on Andy's Supermarket's Transcontinental powered shopping cart race.
You would then paste that custom open on the beginning of each one of the update reports. After the open, segment 1, live from the road. I'm Dennis Daly in Dixon, Tennessee, where yet another town has turned out to welcome our racers. Stu Fenman was in the thick of it.
This is so exciting! 4 cities have now turned out with parades along the shopping cart race. There's food and fun, but boy, are we getting slowed down!
Now let's go to the timing and scores van. And this is the first place where you put in something local. Someone on your staff or a voice your listeners have not heard then cuts a 10-second report from the timing and scores van, mentioning the names of some of the participants. We supply all the scripts.
This is Scott Hall. We're closely watching the Meat Case Mark V and driver Harry Hansen. That cart has been in first place all day. Bill Best in the carryout special is now running a strong second.
Then a cue for your local commercial, which again we supply.
Now stay tuned for the most unusual spectacle in racing.
Then after the little B-doop, you put in a 10-second commercial. Remember, this all happens in 60 seconds.
You don't have to drive a shopping cart 24 hours a day to find great bargains. Just check out this week's specials at Andy's Supermarkets. Andy's now with 23 convenient locations all over the valley.
Then comes the second segment done on the road.
Well, we'll be going through Nashville overnight. That's good news. Then heading on to Knoxville as this race heads toward the finish line. Continuing coverage right here.
A production of Andy's Supermarkets.
And as the sound effects fade out at the end, there's an opportunity to paste over the system cue, which we also custom make for you. Now, let's put all of that together and give you an example of a 60-second report that could be the fastest minute in radio.
Now another report on Andy's Supermarket's Transcontinental powered shopping cart race.
From Atkins, Arizona at the 1,100-mile mark, I'm Dennis Daly reporting, and there could be a legal challenge to the tires on the wide, well-lighted aisle special. Bob Whitmore has more.
You know, funny thing about the tires on the wide, well-lighted aisle specials, even though they are the biggest tires being used, that cart's still not going any faster.
Scott Hall here in the timing and scoring van, and right you are, Bob. Danny Bowling's cart has consistently run last. Carol Lance and Andy's number 6 cart is now in first place.
Now stay tuned for the most unusual spectacle in racing.
You don't have to drive a shopping cart 24 hours a day to find great bargains. Just check out this week's specials at Andy's Supermarkets. Andy's now with 23 convenient locations all over the valley.
And our other continuing story is, where is the peanut special? There is some thought that the cart may have strayed onto the old highway. I'm Dennis Daly. Coverage continues right here.
A production of Andy's Supermarkets.
Well, as you can see, it's all a matter of cut and paste. We supply you with all the network information. You plug in the timing and scores information with the local names and stick in a commercial, and it becomes a very tight 60. We actually follow the racers across the U.S. where they would be in actual towns across the country during a 3-week period. The total cost to you is $99. That's it. You can have fun and use the promotion any way you want. Get back to me at Shopping Cart Race at earthlink.net. Shopping Cart Race at earthlink.net. Include your phone number. I'll call you back, and we'll talk about it. And thanks for listening.